The proposed legislation, sponsored by Senate leader Okpeyemi Bamidele, seeks to repeal the 2019 Act and introduce a more sustainable framework to finance the Nigerian police force. Presenting the bill, Bamidele described it as a necessary response to persistent challenges, including inadequate funding, obsolete equipment, poor infrastructure, and low personnel morale. He noted that involving security threats such as insurgency, kidnapping, and cybercrime demand a modern, better equipped police system.
These challenges have placed enormous pressure on the Nigerian police force, which remains the frontline institution for internal security. However, distinguished colleagues, it is evident that the police force is constrained by inadequate funding, obsolete equipment, poor infrastructure, insufficient training, and welfare challenges affecting morale. As a result, this bill, therefore, is a deliberate legislative intervention to address these systemic deficiencies in a sustainable and structured manner.
The proposal, however, sparked debate among lawmakers with concerns raised over its fiscal implications, as well as issues of transparency and accountability in managing the fund.
Mr. President, you will recall that one of the problems associated with policing in Nigeria is the fact of lack of adequate funding, which in the first place necessitated the passage of this Police Trust Fund. Mr. President, I think that the time has come that we must frontally confront the problem of inadequate funding of our security agencies, especially the police.
And I'm speaking because, as a member of this committee and a former chairman of the House of Representative Police Committee, these last three items I saw mentioned, it becomes almost impossible to have the Nigerian police open up to this. And therefore, when you are budgeting for the Nigerian police, you'll not be able to get the right comprehension as what goes into the nitty-gritty.
Also weighing in, Chief Whip Mohammed Tahir Mungono noted that the proposal remains constitutionally valid, provided it is backed by an act of the National Assembly.
No monies shall be withdrawn from the Consolidated Revenue Fund of the Federation, except to meet the expenditure that is charged upon the fund by this Constitution, or where the issue of those monies has been authorized by an Appropriation Act, Supplementary Act, or an act passed in pursuance of Section 81 of the Constitution, an act passed pursuant to.
In his remarks, Senate President Godswill Akpabio stressed that the bill is not only about funding, but also about addressing structural inefficiencies within the trust fund. He assured that strict oversight mechanisms would be implemented to ensure transparency and prevent misuse of resources.
So if we need to include Police Act and then pass the new finance allocation formula, the Police Act will be there. And when we pass that, that now comes in consonance with the Constitution. So is there anybody who is opposed to this bill going for second reading so that we can brush it up? Those in support that it goes for second reading say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. So we were just talking grammar.
The bill has now been referred to the Senate Committee on Police Affairs, which is expected to report back within 2 weeks. From the National Assembly, Cynthia Agbo, RapidTV.